Spreadsheets, calendars, pricing charts. Behind the scenes, they're all made with HTML tables. And today I'm going to show you exactly how to create them and make your data look clean, readable, and organized. Let's go. So today's video is about tables. So to make tables in our HTML, obviously write our boilerplate code, and after that, make a table tag, okay? So make a table tag. Inside this table tag is where we'll write all of our table HTML code, okay? So the first thing that we will need to make is the table row. So it has a short form tag that is called tr. So this is one singular row in your table. Inside this tr tag, give a th. What is th? Th stands for table heading. So this will be a heading for your column, right? The data on your column. So let's say I'm making a table of products. I'll give the first th I'll give is numbering. So I'll do s.n serial number, right? It pops up in our HTML code right there. And after that, since it's the heading, right? Now, again, another thing, the font weight of the table heading will be kind of strong. So after th, again, this is the first row, right? So every single row that we'll put will be kept inside th because, again, it is going through the row, right? If I do another table heading here, obviously, if I let's say do products, right? It will come beside our th tag because it is another column, right? It is heading to another column. This whole will be a row, right? So we'll give another th saying, let's say price. So I'm essentially just what I'm creating will be numbering for the products, the actual products, and the prices for the products, right? I'll copy this all, right? Actually, I'll not copy that. That's very bad. Don't copy, guys. So I'll make another table row. So this will be the second row in our table, right? So this will essentially be the data. So we'll not wrap this inside a table heading tag or a th tag. We'll give another tag to our HTML that will be td. So td basically stands for table data. So this will be an individual data that you will put inside your table. So the first data I want to input will be a laptop. Let's say the first heading, as you can see, is SN. So I'll put 1 here. So the 1 will appear below the serial number or SN column, as you can see right here. And I'll give another TD. I'll give another TD saying, let's say laptop, right? So this is a laptop. And let's say another TD is, let's say laptop is $1,700, right? I'll say that. I can give another, I'll just copy paste this time. I didn't copy paste it because it has th tag. You cannot have multiple heading rows, right? So now that I am using td tag, I just copy paste it. Let's say this is our second data. And this is about, let's say phones, right? Our phone. And the phone is, let's say $1,000. So this is how you create HTML table, okay? So you might be thinking to yourself, okay, it is a table, but where are the lines that separate? It just looks really messy right now, right? What you can do is come to our table tag and give an attribute called border. So this will basically make a border. Let's say border is 1. You can also increase the value, but it will just look more, weird. So for now, let's just give, let's say 5. Looks clean like that. So this is our table tag, okay? Now up next is colspan and rowspan. So when you want to merge cells and columns in your table, then you will use rowspan and colspan. Let's see how it works. Let's first make a table, obviously. We'll make a table, and inside the table, we'll also give a border, obviously. Let's say the border is 5, right? So what we'll do is make our tr tag, okay? Inside the tr tag, I'll give 2 heading tag. Okay. The first heading tag will say name, and another heading tag will say, let's say, contact. Okay. So inside this contact, right? So under this contact, right? I misspelled it. Oops. So under this contact, let's say I want two other columns, right? Let's make another row. And let's make another row and let's give another th. Let's say the th about email and phone number. Okay. So this will be our essential data, right? This will help put. The thing is, let's say that I want the email and phone number to be under contact, and I want this whole space right here to be just for the name, because obviously email cannot be under name, right? So for that, what we can do is use Rowspan and colspan. So for name, since it's, the email is in another row, so what we'll do is tell this th tag, which has a name, to take two spaces instead of one, because right now it's just taking one space in the cell, right? I want the name to take name for itself, obviously, with also taking the cell space for email. For that, what you can do is give a row span like this. I'll give the value of the row span to be 2. With that, what we'll do is basically shift the email to contact and take 2 row spaces in our table. I'll give the same to contact, but this time I'll not use row span because I don't need a row space, right? Now here, contact needs to take 2 spaces, but it's not on the row, it's on the column, as you can see. This is one column, this is second column. We shifted email and phone number to the right. We made the name take 2 row spaces. So this time I'll give a value called colspan. I'll type colspan and give a value, let's say 2. So with that, as you can see right here, the name is taking 2 row spaces and contact is taking 2 column spaces. Now it's arranged accurately, right? We have name, which stores the user's name, and we have 2 sections in contact, that is email and phone number. So I'll give another tr tag, but this time it will be for table data. For the name, I'll give Anthony, right? I'll copy paste this 2 times. So let's say the email of Anthony is anthony@gmail.com, like this. And for the password, let's say Anthony@123. So you can use Rowspan and colspan to make complex table structures like these if you have a situation where you need to. Quick tip, only use tables for tabular data, for rows and column information, not for page layouts, okay? That's what CSS is for, that we will be exploring in upcoming videos when we'll start our CSS journey, right? Use tables when you're showing like stats, reports, price comparisons, calendars or schedules, or contact directories, okay? Congrats guys! You just built your first HTML table like a boss. Up next, we're learning forms, and you can start collecting user informations like names, emails, and feedbacks. If you learned something new, give this video a like, sub if you haven't, and drop a comment if you have any questions regarding today's lesson. And also tell me what's one thing you'll build with the table. With that said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.